T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's get ready to sucker!
Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
Big time.
That's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try and take it from me, from me, from me.
Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind.
What's up? It is a Wednesday edition of the YSN Power Hour. DJ Oakley here. We got Quinn Pushkar holding it down the middle. Scotty Mincher in the G. Burbick Farm Studios. We got EB, and we have the legend himself in Trojan gear. It's Matt Seidel. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good.
Fantastic.
Average at best.
That good a start to the season, huh? Average at best here on a Wednesday. We made it through 2 days, Coach. That's all we got in us.
That's right. You got to love when your practice gets canceled for picture day.
Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Well, I know Gary Leininger, our chief photographer, was on the scene.
Yeah, he was out there trying to get me to buy the boys pizza and telling them that I promised him that I would buy them pizza.
Was he talking about Mary's? Was he talking about Mary's?
Oh, yeah, always.
Oh, he's trying to give me Mary's Pizza tomorrow. I'm like, what is it? Like, they just signed with us. We're excited to have them part of the family. Why are you trying to push them on us all of a sudden? Like, it's a great relationship. They're the champions of the Pizza Madness Challenge in 2021.
Proudly displaying the trophy.
Yeah, Gary, calm down. If you're out there probably making somebody an ice cream cone right now, calm your ass down. All right?
You can see the shirt right above Scotty's head.
You can't. It's Mary's Pizza. We
right.
proudly draped it over Michael Jordan, which we'll probably get some cease and desist orders coming from MJ.
Listen, I mean, one goat wearing another goat shirt, so.
Listen, they have an unbelievable following. Unbelievable following. And the word is from Gary Leininger that he's bringing in Mary's Pizza next week. So we might have to give them some love here on the show.
Hey, if you're ever looking for a good golfer, talk to the owner's son, Nate Garofalo.
Yeah.
Dude, he was a hell of a golfer.
Wow. I can't wait to just meet these people. Like, Matt gets the honor and privilege of cruising around the world and letting people know about YSN, and I'm just the guy that gets phone calls. Saying,
Quinn's literally 500 feet from Mary's right now. Just tell him to walk out the back door. And
come on, Q. What? They don't open until what, 2? No?
They open whenever they want.
Yeah,
I've noticed it's whenever they want.
Good for them.
Absolutely.
Go hang out with Steve. Maybe he'll give you a free pizza out of it.
We'll pay for the pizza. I'm not worried about that stuff. What I am worried about is this might be the worst of celebrations today, gentlemen. National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Like,
all right.
I'm nothing against chocolate chip cookies, but like your alternative today, National Coast Guard Day. And while I love and respect the Coast Guard, what do you even do to talk about that?
Listen, growing up, I always wanted to be a Coast Guard diver. I thought that was like the coolest job in the world. The guys that jump out of the helicopters.
Why?
I don't know. It just looked so sweet.
Grow up in Sebring, be a Coast Guard diver.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It sounds like fun. Like, I would go do it just for the hell of it.
I don't even jump into a pool. Like, no, I'm not jumping out of a helicopter into an ocean where there's a sea monster in it. The Kraken.
I though should go to Skydive Rick's.
Everybody loves Skydive Rick's.
I have no interest in jumping out of a perfectly good airplane unless it's into water.
Why?
Because it's only like 15, 20 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all it is?
Yeah.
But you can't can't jump up. Don't jump up.
No.
That'd be a bad day.
No, you want to jump out.
You don't sit there and go doink, because that's bad news bears written all over it.
Have you ever been on a helicopter? Like,
I've
when
never.
you're walking out to get on board, like, for some reason you always duck, even though you know that the blades are like way up there and
don't the blades bend like this? Like when they're stopped?
They bow, yeah.
They bow, yeah.
So like, and I can't remember if it's up or down, but like one way they bow up and the other way they bow down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. All right, so let's get to National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. My question to you is, who has the best chocolate chip cookies known to you? It can be retail, it can be mama, it can be whoever. Give them the shout out that they deserve for National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Quinn, start us off. You are our resident expert in this category.
Subway, 100%. Subway, when they get hot, 100%. That's, well, in fairness, that's the last time I ate a chocolate chip cookie. Other than that, it was Canfield Middle School or High School. Canfield High School had good chocolate chip cookies, but Subway. Heat them up. Get some of the cheesecake ones too. Oh yeah.
Raspberry cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know how that goes. Scotty.
Yes.
Present.
Well, I'm sorry. I was worried about jumping there.
I know you were.
Yeah.
You were so proud there for a minute.
Yeah. But I would have to give that award to my sister, Lauren Mincher. She makes the best ones, and she owns Dave's Cosmic Subs, which is, give them a little plug. I brought you subs the one day a while back, DJ. So, yeah, she makes the best hot, gooey, out of the oven. Can't beat them.
You know what, Scotty? It's about time for that renewal of that contract, which means a paycheck and a thing of subs for everybody. So we got to get on that.
For sure, for sure.
And Scotty's commission check to go with it. So, all right. So she's got the best chocolate chip cookies. EB, best chocolate chip cookies to you, sir.
Dude, had to be Grandma's. I mean, the OGs. You never go wrong with grandma's cookies. I don't know what it is about grandmother's cookies. They just always taste better.
Yep.
But, like, I don't care who makes them, whether your
made
mom,
with love.
sister. Exactly. And you ask anyone, it's always, well, my grandma's cookies are better than your grandma's cookies. Like, I get it, dude, but, bro, like, grandma's cookies are always straight 100.
All right. And Matthew?
So, with all due respect to moms and grandmas everywhere, there's a gentleman by the name of Otis Spunkmeyer who makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the world.
He's a gentleman?
I guess. I don't know.
Otis Spunkmeyer. Oh my gosh. I am going to go. Listen, I had him last year. I think it was last year.
Quinn's dying.
I'm 90% it was last year. I am going to go with Kate Kelly's chocolate chip cookies because she brought them in here and they were the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. And I'm not a big chocolate chip cookie guy, but they were like, they weren't burnt, but they were like crisp on the bottom, right? But they were, I that's how I like it. So Kate Kelly, it was my birthday. Thank you, Kate. And guess what? That's all I want for my birthday this year is Kate Kelly's chocolate chip cookies because they were phenomenal. Phenomenal. I was so bummed that, like, you know when you're like letting people like out, you're leaving and you're like, hey, we'll take this, we'll take this. I forget. I think Kate just took the plate home. I forget who took the cookies or if the cookies were on the plate. And I was so bummed. I was like, man, I should have just taken those cookies. Be the fat kid for my birthday. So, Kate, you have the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had in my life. So I give you your shout out, your proper due. So thank you very much. Jim Bartell saying, love the oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. Oh, gosh. No. Because they freak me out, and they're like, I think they're raisins. And that's, to me, that's one of the best cookies, is the oatmeal raisin cookie. Like, yeah, don't give me that look. Everybody says oatmeal raisin goes last. That's the first one I picked from. And one time I messed up, and it was an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie, and I was like, nope, gone.
Isn't it
I
usually
got
the
a
other way
question.
around?
Say that again?
Do you guys consider Buckeyes cookies or candy?
It's a candy.
It's a candy. There's no cookie in
But
it.
they have them in weddings. I consider them cookies. They're always in weddings.
Yeah, they also have those ridiculous dry things that are covered in powdered sugar there, and that's not a cookie either.
Yeah, see, Mardell knows where it's at. Oatmeal raisin. That's, I mean, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of cookie. You can say that you're eating healthy, technically.
Listen, you and Mardell can have all of them. Because they're garbage. Hot
Like,
garbage.
is the chocolate chip cookie the number one draft pick? Because I don't think
Can't
that.
go wrong with it.
I think you
you gotta
can.
get an old school sugar cookie, right?
It depends. Are you talking like Walmart sugar cookie where it's that doughy, like that I used to like pre-diabetic days, and then, well, you eat enough of those cookies and things
Listen,
don't go right in your sugar.
That
It doesn't
particular
process
cookie-
anymore.
That particular cookie just tastes like diabetes.
It does.
It's
It does.
just- but I'm talking like the ones your mom made at home that, you put the crisscross with the fork on them.
Those
Crisscross with the fork. I thought those were peanut butter
cookies
cookies.
were dope.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. I don't remember.
She did that with sugar cookies too.
No, dude, sugar cookies you didn't have to do anything to.
Sugar cookies. You let them. What's the one? It's just
My
what are
mother
they
can't
made?
bake, so
What?
no, she can't bake. No.
See, I don't like those, Paige. The cookies with the Hershey Kisses on top. I'll take the Hershey Kiss out, and that's it. Leave the rest of the cookie. My cookies did not go that night. I tried to offer that everyone for I will make. Yes! Best news of the day, right? Well, second best news of the day. The first best news of the day is going to be in post-production because I got a phone call right before the show. And man, is it funny. It is like giggle sticks funny at the top, and it's going to have to stay an inside joke. Because of the irony. All right. Would you rather? Brought to you by Baird Brothers Fine Hard Woods. I need to make a graphic for this because it just doesn't have the same feel to it.
I see what you did there.
Would you
Oh.
rather?
Now I got it.
See, that's why I need a damn graphic. Quinn, graphics by Quinn. I'm gonna have to employ graphics by Quinn with pizzelles by the dozen. Anybody know where you can get good pizzelles around here?
No.
Not anymore. All right, so your Would You Rather question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Baird Brothers Fine Hard Woods, is going to be... Jump in. Would you rather... where did it go? Oh, would you rather go without TV or junk food for the rest of your life? You have to give up one, and you get to keep one for the rest of your life. Which one would it be, and why? Matt, you already exposed yours in pre-show.
I did, yeah. I'm not a big junk food person, so I'm getting rid of junk food.
No junk food.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me one bit. I've owned my house here for like 7 years now, and I think I've bought one bag of chips in the entire time I've lived here. There's never candy here. You know, like it's like all meat and cheese around here.
So, like, what do you eat when you're just like, I just want a little something?
Meat and cheese.
Yeah, beef stick.
Beef stick. Are you a caveman? Like, secretly, are you a caveman?
A little bit.
Like, you just have beef sticks chilling around your house?
Absolutely. They're in the fridge constantly. And there's like all kinds of different flavored ones. There's the plain ones. There's the ones with the jalapenos in them. I even found a really good one with like some ghost pepper and some cheese already in it. Sign me up for all of the beef sticks.
What? I'm really curious as to the cheeses you have in your home right now.
So there's cheddar, there's Swiss, there's ghost pepper, and there is pepper jack.
No Gouda. No
Gouda. No, nothing fancy like that.
You did say Swiss.
I missed it. Blue cheese crumbles too.
Ooh.
Definitely the blue cheese crumbles.
That's the go-to.
Yeah, because you gotta throw them on a burger or a steak or something like that.
Quinn is losing his mind up there. What's going on, Quinn?
It's a happy Wednesday. That's all.
Matt eats pork rinds. Do you eat pork rinds?
I've had pork rinds. I'm not a giant fan. Again, it's that kind of like chip consistency, and they're awful salty.
What is meat? Like, meat's salty.
Not all of it's salt cured.
Quinn's gone.
Yeah,
Quinn is gone.
I've had a good salt cured meat before, but it's not a regular staple.
EV, the question is, would you rather live without TV or junk food?
So before I get into this, Seidel just went like Bubba Gump on the freaking power out. You got your steak stir fry, you get your strip steak, you get your sirloin, your T-bone. I got the jalapeno beef stick, I got the honey barbecue beef stick, the regular beef stick.
That's about it.
Then you got your cheddar cheese, your smoked cheddar, your Swiss, your baby Swiss, your Wisconsin brick. Dude, that's all I heard the whole time. That was probably phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I could probably do without either, honestly, but I think the kicker would be if you consider chips a junk food. I feel like chips are just an easy grab and go guilty pleasure, so I'd do without TV because I can stay busy enough, doing other things to not sit there and watch TV. So I'd give up TV.
No TV for EB. Scotty, how about you?
This is a really hard one for me because I love junk food, man. I'm a junk food connoisseur, I guess you could say, but I have to go with saying bye-bye to junk food only because I couldn't go the rest of my life without watching sports. So only for sports, I would keep the TV and the television, but that's the only reason. TV shows, a lot of them aren't very good these days, overrated, so Sports is the only reason I'd keep the TV, but I do love junk food.
All right, Quinn, I think I know where this is going to go, but prove me wrong, brother.
Yeah, I'd do without junk food.
What?
Yeah, that would kickstart a diet for me. So I'd become skinny. And it's football season. I need to watch football. I need to watch the Browns, and I need to watch the Buckeyes. So
I
need
shocked.
TV.
I'm a little surprised. I thought that was going to be a much harder decision for you, Quinn.
Not at all. It would kickstart my diet that I've been trying to go on for the past 4 months.
Does Mountain Dew count as junk food?
Yes.
Haven't had pop in 2 weeks.
Listen, don't even come in here with that because you were claiming. Yes, you did yesterday.
That was tea. That was sweet tea. Does that count as
in...
pop?
Yes.
No.
How?
There's as much sugar in sweet tea as there is in pop. Even more.
Listen, there is a whole contingent of YSN loyal fans in the South that are ready to slap you.
They can slap me all they want, but it's the same amount of sugar. You're no better drinking sweet tea than you are licking a sugar block. Huh?
I'll stop drinking that too.
Drink green tea.
No. That's glorified pea water. I'm good.
No, it's not.
Green tea's disgusting. If I'm going to drink anything green, it's going to be Mountain Dew, and I'm not drinking that. I haven't had one since I got back from Orlando.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't this the time last year that you gave up?
Yeah, because I nearly died after trying to drink every state.
Yep. I remember that.
Cleansed myself, and I went back, and I was good.
Cleansed myself. You went from, I'm never drinking one again. Never. It's never going to happen. You're never going to see one in my hands.
I had a 2-month cleanse. I was good.
Your body needed it.
It did. I almost died.
You turned
Caffeine
green.
And sugar overload.
You turned green. And that was, what was the deal we had last year? You could drink, how many was it in a row in one sitting without a day or without a problem? I forget what it was.
I drank a 24 box. Drank one of those cases.
Yeah, but you said you could drink 50 or something, and I was like, "There's no way."
Absolutely, I could drink 50 cans. I tried to get every state in a matter of a week and a half.
Yeah, but you couldn't do it in one sitting, like you said you were. What did you get from that, by the way?
A little certificate saying I did it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's about it.
You got a certificate.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Congratulations.
That's pretty much what it was. It was congratulations.
Why, from the Giant Eagle parking lot where we are boycotting Giant Eagle. Congratulations, Quinn Pushko. Put Steve. What?
Stevia.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's that imitation sugar.
That's worse for you. Isn't it? Isn't that the stuff they put in Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke or whatever?
I don't know. It's something that's bad for you every other day.
What is it, Scotty?
I think it's aspartame.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
No.
That doesn't sound fun at all. Maybe we should get on some sports since we're 23 minutes in. We've talked about nothing but food. Let's talk about one of the new things: trading cards. Trading cards. We all had them when we were younger. The majority of us had them. Quinn, did you have them?
Oh yeah, I still do.
So trading cards were huge. Like 1987, 1993, that was the height of the trading card industry. And now people that were growing up in that time, during that time, and collecting these trading cards are now, dads and moms. And now they're trying to get their kids into trading cards. During the pandemic, trading cards were absolutely monstrous. And Scotty, you said that the Patrick Mahomes trading card sold for what?
It sold for, I believe it was $4.3 million.
$4.3 million. So you think about that. That's better than any ROI on real estate, any ROI on the stock exchange in the most cases, right? Cryptocurrency, all that stuff, Bitcoin, trading cards. So my question to you guys is trading cards now coming back, and would you get back into buying and quote unquote investing into trading cards once again as an adult. And in most cases, we're still trying to figure out most of us on this panel. Scotty might be the only adult among us. Quinn, would you go back into trading cards?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I never left. It's gotten worse now that I've gotten more money. But like they do these like breaks and stuff online that I get a part of and get stupid cards and stuff like that, all for resale and grading cards and all sorts of stuff like that. It's huge. It's still going. It's pretty big.
And now that the world's a little bit smaller, like we used to trade the kids in our neighborhood, right? Like you if your favorite player was Ken Griffey Jr., you'd try and go get everybody's Ken Griffey Jr. Cards. Now that you have the internet, the world got a little bit smaller, and now the price goes through the roof. Scotty, are you in on trading cards?
I was when I was younger, and then I kind of just I don't even necessarily know if I lost interest. I think it was just I gained more of an interest in gaming and video gaming, so I didn't buy as many cards as I got older. But I did have a pretty sizable, pretty good size card collection when I was young. Didn't have many really gem ones though. I did have a Kenny Lofton card, which I thought was really cool, and I might have had a Manny Ramirez as far as the 90s Indians go, but that was about it. But I used to, love it when I was a kid. Getting back into it now, I don't know if I would want to or not. It's something I'd have to think about for a while.
Yeah, Luka just had a rookie card go for $5 million not too long ago. I think Gary Vee had about 30 of those. I was listening to him talk about sports trading cards and how he bought them for $425 a piece and sold them for millions of dollars a piece. Like, think about that. Think about the ROI on that. It's ridiculous. Scotty, I actually did hear your one-liner that got me laughing out here. From the G. Burbick Farm Studios, when you were on Running Point that last hour with Anthony, you were going into the trading cards that you had, and Anthony said that he didn't necessarily collect sports trading cards, but he did like the Pokemon and stuff, and he goes, oh, and Scotty says, oh, you were a nerd. Anthony couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck in a corner, so well played on that one. We like to have fun here. Anthony's just his superior knowledge of sports, him and Ty. If you haven't watched Running Point since it changed hands, you're doing yourself a disservice. It has been phenomenal coverage.
I thought I had Ty stumped maybe today, but couldn't stump him.
He's hard, man. He is hard to stump. He is nails. EB, trading cards, you in or out?
Definitely in. I mean, I was huge into it in the 90s. You know, I remember always hanging out with my buddies, and that was part of the thing. Like, hey, whose house are you gonna stay at? Make sure everyone brings your cards. It was, you know, football, baseball, basketball. You know, we kind of went through the phases of, you know, started with the baseball, then moved on up into football and basketball. Luckily, I still have a Kobe Bryant rookie card, which I will gladly hang on to that unless if the price ever pops up. And you know, sort of like Quinn, you know, I know he gets in on these breaks, and a couple other people that I work with, you know, they're pretty big into it. I was pissed off last year because I literally just wanted to go buy a box of cards, and you couldn't find them anywhere. And like how it all, like Ken Griffey kind of killed the baseball market when it all came out, because they just kept reprinting his rookie card because they saw the value, and there was never any cap on it. So it essentially flooded, you know, not only the baseball card, but the card market. That's where it all bottomed out. And then, you know, now as you see nostalgia starts to take over with our generation, and we're like, well, let's get back into this. I think it's been fun for, you know, a lot of people like us who are sports enthusiasts, but also, you know, it's like a childhood memory too. So I'm all about the sports cards. I think it's awesome.
How about you, Matt?
I am all out on baseball cards and trading cards of any sort. I unfortunately had a friend who had a dad that took things way too seriously with trading cards when we were younger, and so it completely turned me off to the idea of trading cards at all. And so now I think that trading cards are only good for one thing, and that's finding a close pin and clipping them into the tires of your bike.
All right, I don't want to bring up sore subjects, but like, what did he take your trading cards? Like, what happened?
Like, we were too young to know any better, and he'd just make like ridiculous deals for trades for cards with us, and then turn around and have like this huge profit on the cards, and it just took all the fun out of it for me. I'm all out on cards.
He bamboozled you.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I got hoodwinked at like 8 years old by a 42-year-old man.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I just... Even thinking of you at 8 years old, you still have the beard on your face.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play it in my mind, and you're wearing a purple shirt, you have a backwards hat and a beard, and this guy, this 42-year-old man, is taking your Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
And I went home and pouted with my beard. And
with your meat and cheese.
Yeah, ate a beef and cheese steak.
Oh, well, boys, it was fun while it lasted, but look who is making his way into the Power Hour studios. It is on the go, Jeff Bezos. Jeff, how are you?
Real good. How's everyone doing? Oh, crap.
Well, better than you apparently right now. Where are you heading home from?
Work.
Ah, putting in the extra hours. Jeff, were you a trading card guy growing up?
No. I think trading cards is the dumbest thing in the entire world.
Coming from a guy with a mustache.
Jeez, oh man.
I think I need to change my opinion on cards.
Why?
Because I was
you shouldn't have AirPods
train
on while you drive either.
What? Don't tell me.
I'm looking out for your well-being, Jeff.
I can't even hear him. No. Can't even hear you, Jeff.
Does he have his window down?
Yes, he does.
There it is.
Sorry, I had the AC on. It was a little hot in my car, and I almost killed an old man. I was kind of walking down the middle of the road. That was on it.
Welcome to our world of Jeff Bezos, where he walks in and says, "Hey, what's up, guys? Almost killed an old man."
Well, he was walking down the middle of the road, dude. Don't walk down the middle of the road. I'm going to have to almost run you over.
We got to take a break. We have to take a break. When we come back, still a lot of sports to talk about. We're going to talk about how the first couple of days have gone in the Sebring Trojans world and what we have to look forward to with Coach Seidel and the Trojans when we return. Also, the G. Berwick Farms What's Your Beef, What Is Your Filet? Brought to you by our friends on New Buffalo Road in Columbiana, G. Berwick Farms. All that and more when we return to the YSN Power Hour right after this. Come see one of the Valley's hidden gems. The Back Nine Bar and Grill on the Berlin Lake Golf Club is the perfect place for fellowship, fame, food, and fun. Check out our daily specials and ask about memberships. The Back Nine Bar and Grill on Hartzell Road in North Benton.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
The YSN Power Hour, DJ Oakley with you, along with a few of my friends. Quinn Pushkar, we got there Scotty Mincher in the G. Burbick Farm Studios, Jeff Betos live from home, EB, and of course, the coach, Mr. Matt Seidel. Before we left, we were talking a little bit about trading cards. We're getting some things rolling in, but mostly about Jeff's driving on the road and talking on the phone at the same time. Jim Bartell saying, is it a good idea that Jeff is driving and on the phone? Wait, Jeff. Here you go. Go ahead. Oh, I'm trying to unmute you. There you go.
No, it's probably not a good idea that I drive and talk at the same time.
You made it to Wednesday with the pink shirt, so we're all cheering for you, man. What do you got left in store?
No.
I'm amazed the balloons have stayed up.
The balloons are... they're still there. Why am
They're
I
going
looking-
strong.
They're staying
Yeah,
alive.
they look a lot better on camera than they really do in person. I'm just saying. It doesn't look good in person.
They don't look good in person, just on the camera.
Yeah, just on camera.
Does that go for everything in your screen?
Yeah, probably.
Let's talk about quick, Coach. Talk about the first couple of days of officially football season. Has it been weird? Has it? I mean, it feels like it's early this year.
I feel like I may have just pissed Jeff off, but
I think you did because Billy popped right in.
he turned into Billy.
I feel like Billy just saw that one coming.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit strange. It's it's been good to get back to a sense of normalcy. Without some of the rules of the pandemic. Obviously, like last year, we weren't allowed to. We've got this. I think everybody's had one back in the day, but that trough that sprays the water out that you get to drink out of. We weren't allowed to have that, so we had to find ways to do water without doing that last year. And to have that back on and be in the stadium and not be doing temperature checks every single day before every single practice, and to just kind of get to coach the game of football again without some the other stuff that goes on. But for anybody that's been a head coach, I think I can speak for all of us and say that we've got a little bit of an issue with like letting go a little bit. And so this year there's been so much administrative stuff that we have had to take care of outside of that I feel like I've just been kind of running around. I'm incredibly lucky to have assistant coaches that I can really rely on, because I feel like I'm being pulled in about 19 different directions right now.
So from your perspective, we keep hearing about this Delta variant. I mean, Is there any intimidation out there for you personally as a coach that if this thing comes back, do you feel like you're ready? Do you feel like there's a plan in place? And what do you do if it does materialize?
So I think that's a good question. And, I got asked by one of my players last night about that. And, like, hey, what happens if? And, my answer was the same thing that my answer to him last year was. We're going to take this thing one day at a time. We're going to, just keep doing the things that we're supposed to do. If it comes up, we've got the blueprint for how to handle it from last year. But we're going to hope that doesn't happen. But for right now, we can't live in a constant state of fear of what if. So let's just, face the new day, and as each challenge kind of comes, and not be too petrified with fear of the what if the big bad Delta variant shows up.
What about the rest of you guys? Are you feeling like this Delta variant's just going to linger the rest of the season? To me, it feels more like, and again, this is not an opinion that everybody needs to jump on, but to me it just feels like, oh, you better look out, here comes the second wave, the Delta variant. Like, it's an intimidation thing. I feel like it's another, see how many people buy into it. I'm sure it's very real, but I feel like there's a lot of people that it's just another scare tactic. Weigh in, guys, on how you feel about this. Billy, go ahead.
I think this is like the boy who cried wolf. right? I mean, we've been hearing about this second wave for so long, and I mean, I'm just think like many of us, we're just all over it at this point. We want to just keep moving forward, and we had crumbles of moving forward, right? And now here we are, and now there's cities are putting masks back on, and they're saying indoor stuff, and throughout the I know Pletch is in California today, and they said today that everybody has to wear a mask inside and outside. So I mean, like California, we all know is a little different. They're like way out there, but you got to imagine other cities are probably going to be doing the same thing too.
Siggy saying, "Have your mask handy again." I think that we're heading in that direction. You see some of these chains saying across the country, "Hey, you need to start wearing your mask again inside our doors."
Like, we really want fans to be, and Coach will tell you the same thing, and everybody here is a part of a program, and we really want fans to be back live in action. But if not, we'll be here for you.
So let me ask you, is this a dumb question to ask? Is it just because summer's coming to a close and people are going to start getting sick again because of the temperature changes? Do you think it's going to be that again? Where everything's COVID and everything's, instead of just being sick? Like, we're not allowed to just be sick anymore, guys.
No, you just have COVID or you have nothing at all.
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, the flu season just died, went to like 0 this year. So
I don't consider myself to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but it's just like once you've given away the control that you have over your own choices and your own body and your own, way of living your life, you're not going to get it back again. So do your own thing, make smart decisions for you and your family, and look out for yourself, but stop giving away all of your personal liberties.
Jeffrey?
I'm with everybody. I get to what the worst thing is like I'm going to New York this weekend with my dad, and I have to carry my vaccination card with me because they are allowed to ask me if I've been vaccinated or not to enter a bar or restaurant. So I really feel like we're going to go back to where we're going to see masks and we're going to see mandates, and it's terrible because of the Delta variant of the aka COVID-19. Is what it is.
Are you going to start I see women doing it now. Are you going to start utilizing your mask as an accessory, like a fashion accessory, Jeff?
No, I'm not going to carry one with me. The store better have one, or if they don't have one, I'm just going to walk on by and be like, "Hey, how you doing? You better keep it moving there, buddy."
Oh, Jeffrey.
Have masks ready. I'm not carrying mine with me.
I feel like Jeff would have the mask that says "Stay home if you're sick, come over if you're thick."
I never had any weird masks. Like the weirdest one I had was a pink one, and I wore that for a couple of days. And
did it match your shirt?
No, I didn't have a pink shirt at the time. I think I was wearing like a blue shirt, and I had a pink mask with it, and someone was like, "Oh, that's really pretty." I was like, "I ain't never wearing this again."
Stay home if you're sick, come over if you're thick. That might be the T-shirt saying Jeff Bates his mustache.
Even if you're sick, still come over. Like, I'm alright. We'll fight this together.
Somebody's getting a little out in the desert. Quinn, EB, your thoughts on this?
I mean, eventually, with all this stuff coming out, like the numbers aren't going to make sense anymore. With the number of people who've been vaccinated versus the number of people who've already had it, and all this other stuff. I mean, look, when the flu was still prevalent, you had different strands of the flu each year. So naturally, if this is a virus or whatever the hell this thing is, like it's going to continue to do the same thing. So you can't sit there and shut everything down every time something like this comes out. And yes, we know it's a real thing. I'm sorry for anyone who's ever had to deal with it or lost someone. I'm not insensitive to the fact of what it is, but the survival rate's pretty high. But like you're going to be okay. And a lot of this shit comes down to common sense. Like stuff you've been told since you're a little kid. If you sneeze in your hands, go wash your hands.
What?
Don't lick doorknobs. Don't lick people. Understand personal space. But
really?
Notice he said he didn't lick people. He didn't have doorknob.
It's a good
I
thing
don't
you
like
said
doorknobs
that and
either.
didn't give it to him in writing.
But I mean, like, it's. I look at this stuff too, and like the timing is impeccable. Here we are, back to school. You know, things are going to start to close down again. So where can we push these? You know, I know a lot of people are big on the vaccines. If you're with it, if you're not, that that's your right. That's your opinion. I really don't care. And you know, now you're incentivizing to get a shot. Like you're actually paying people. You know, so they
lottery.
Get it.
A lottery.
Yeah. Like you now get $100 if you get a shot. Like, so are we saying like this thing's that terrible that, you know, the flu, smallpox, you know, polio back in the day, you know, all this shit wasn't as bad as this is? So there's just a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to it. And really, this is where people need to turn off the TV and kind of just...
That's a good point.
You know, maybe go eat some junk food and worry about diabetes more than you know, COVID.
How dare you? How dare you, Eric Bailey?
I don't know.
There are some people that battle diabetes every single day, and I'm one of them.
I understand it.
This PSA brought to you by Wilford Brimley.
You're gonna get a box. Quinn, can public schools? And listen, I want them to. I want. No mistake about it. I want these public schools to survive, but can public schools survive another round of these shutdowns with the coronavirus variant here?
I think they could. I mean, it seemed like everybody did a decent job when it came to going online and stuff like that. I think they have the means to do it. I mean, you kind of learn from what you did last year and learn from the mistakes and learn from what worked well and stuff, and I think you can. I don't know the process of it, and I mean, I'll be happy to go talk to people about it and learn more about it and figure out what the plan is, just because I'm not as educated on it as some other people are. But I think they can survive.
Scotty, what's your take on this whole situation?
I think just about everybody, DJ. I'm fed up with it. I mean, we're all about being a team here at YSN, and I think as far as the world goes in the country, we're all on the same team as humans, and you should do the right thing. You should help each other out. But without giving away too much, I mean, I feel like I've done the right thing for, well over a year, and I wore my mask every day to work. I constantly wash my hands and use hand sanitizer, but it's just like one of those things where, like, when is enough enough? Like, what do we eventually, or do we have to live in a bubble? Like, I just don't. Again, I just don't see. People need to get on and live again. I would hate to see another shutdown or anything of that nature. And also, somebody like my dad, who's a pharmacist now, he's just one man, but he knows more about medicine, maybe more than I'll ever know about sports, possibly. And he's not even certain that masks, in his humble opinion, are really even that effective. And he knows a lot about viruses and medicine because he has to. He's a pharmacist. So I just think, again, this is the government trying to put fear in the people, like shaking their finger at them, like, don't do this, but if you do it, it's okay. We still love you. But I think they're just trying to, keep people's guard up again. But
yeah.
I don't know how long we could do it as humans.
Yeah, it's going to be wild, man, to think about having to go through what we went through the first time all over again. There's not a whole lot of people, I would imagine, signed up for that because we were worried about sports. We were worried about schools. We were worried about our health, obviously, on top of everything. Our loved ones' health. I think people are just burnt out. I think that people are just tired of having to worry about this. They want to go back to their everyday normalcy, which we were promised, when this thing lifted. So you're telling me for 10 months we're going to have to worry, and for 2 months we're not in the summertime. I think
it's just, and then on top, like you're talking about shutdowns, like it didn't work. Like we proved that it didn't work. So why would we do it again?
Yeah, I think you just got to battle it this time.
Yeah, like what country was it? I think it was Sweden that didn't quarantine, and they were fine. So,
just please don't take our sports. Yeah, Paige, I'm with you, man. Don't take our sports.
Even with us at like the school, like when I was working today, teachers came back today for a little bit to set up their classroom, and they were like, "What are we doing with our barriers? What are we going to do with masks? Like, what are you guys getting told?" And we gotten told the same thing over and over. It's up to the teacher. So if a kid wants to wear a mask, that's fine. It's up to the kid. If they want to use the barriers and they want to use their masks and make kids wear masks in their classrooms, they're allowed to. But there's also teachers that are like, "I don't want these. I don't want them in my room. I don't like them in my room. Can you get rid of them?" Well, yeah, but we have nowhere to put them.
There's a sense of anxiety I think it gives people. I know, like the mask. I mean, there's people that get anxiety when they have to put a mask on because it makes it more challenging to breathe. No matter which mask you have on, anytime you do it, and you can put your T-shirt over your face, and it happens. So, I mean that. When people fart, when we were younger, they would put their T-shirt over their face. You could still smell your fart through the T-shirt. It made no difference. I don't understand. Like, people think that that's going to stop the fart from coming through the same way they thought it was going to stop the coronavirus. Like, is the coronavirus less than a fart? Because guess what?
Apparently.
DJ, it's funny, not to cut you off, Coach, I know, but I just think it's hilarious you brought that up because when everything was shut down, I saw this, like it was one of those memes, and it said, "I used to always cough to cover my fart, and now I fart to cover my cough."
Yeah, let's put a wrap on this talk. Nobody wants to talk about this garbage anymore. We got Billy Mack on the program now. And then we got the World Championship pitching coach, Billy Mack, on the program. Billy, talk about it, if you would, the chaos that ensued the other night when the rain came and it was going to be maybe a coin flip, maybe a 1-inning game, a 3-inning game, a 5. What the hell was going on?
Literally, they were just throwing scenarios out there to just find a yes answer that would appease both coaches. And both coaches, from our side, weren't like we heard coin flip and we're like, we don't want to win a World Series on a coin flip, and we also don't want to lose. Like, we were 3-0, and then our loss is going to be on a coin flip. Like, how is that even like doable? And they were just throwing scenarios out there. Abel is the director that was there, and he was talking about playing an inning, playing 2 innings, playing 3, 5, 7. Like, it was just chaotic. They had no idea that our flight, we had to leave Laredo at 2:30 in the morning to get to San Antonio. Like, it just never crossed their mind. They even said, like, we'll push it to midnight. We're like, wait a minute. You understand? We're leaving at 2:30 in the morning. Like we don't, we don't know how that's possible to do. And then the final thing was we were going to wait until 10 o'clock Central Time to figure out an exact answer. And then they came up with the champions. Everybody's champions. So not everybody, but Puerto Rico and the United States. So
how does that sit with
you? It was hard at first because I'm not a tie guy. I'm not a share guy. I'm a me guy, so I wanted to win. Like, I mean, you work so hard as coaches and as players, especially the players, and our players kind of felt the same way at first. But at the end of the day, like, we did everything we were supposed to do. This was the only thing we could not control. And they even have a turf field. So it's not like, but the problem was the bases were so flooded from underneath that they were going to have to dig them out one by one and then replenish the dirt that goes in there. It was completely soaked. It was like a swamp at every base. Even with the bases covered, it was just from underneath. So they had to dig those out and rebuild them. And even the pitching mound, you're talking a couple hours. So realistically, there was just no way we were going to play at all. Even at midnight, we wouldn't have been able to play. So for me, coming off of it, we sat and drank some pops about it, and it came to our ideas is just we did everything we came to do. We didn't lose the game. We had a lot of fun. We had some great players, some great talent that represented the Valley really well, and we did everything we could do. And the only thing we couldn't control was the weather, and Mother Nature took that away from us. But we're still champs.
I've got a question for Mac. Mac, did you happen to pull off a hat swap?
I might have received a hat from Puerto Rico's head coach. Yeah.
I thought maybe.
Is that the hats they wore?
This is one of them. Yeah.
I was gonna say they had a different hat on in that picture the other day.
Yeah, they had FTB. That's the ones they wore in the picture. So. Yeah.
That's like the national team hat. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right. Well, we're all proud of you, man. We've said it over and over again. I don't want to sit there and glaze you too much. We all know that big head of yours seems to grow by the day. So, congratulations, man. You're a world champion, as well as Pletch, Emil, the entire coaching staff, as well as the guys. And excited to see Joe Roth. There was a picture after the game we didn't talk about yesterday. This will be my filet, brought to you by G. Burbick Farms. Visit them on the web at gburbickfarms.com or on New Buffalo Road in Columbiana. My filet is Joe Roth giving up his jersey because he was the youngest on the team. And the reason he did that is because he wants to be part of the team next year that goes back to Laredo, Texas, and wins it unconditionally the right way, if at all possible. So I thought that was cool. His jersey goes into the Pony League Hall of Fame on behalf of Youngstown. I thought that was unbelievably cool, and the reason being was even over the top. So kudos, hats off to you, and I guess shirts off to you, Joe Roth. Congratulations, buddy. Quinn, what do you got?
It's like a bittersweet beef. The Canfield band decides to practice every day at 8 in the morning, and I could hear them from my house. I don't want to hear you at 8 in the morning, but I love the concept because that means football's back. So it's a bittersweet thing, but let's not go 8 in the morning. Let's do 10. That'll work better.
Oh, my gosh.
Look it up, Buttercup.
What kind of beef would that be, Coach? What kind of beef is bittersweet? Or is there bittersweet beef sticks?
Yeah, I'm sure we could get maybe like a honey / jalapeno beef stick in there. You got your honey beef stick.
There we go. All right, Scotty, what do you have?
I got a beef today, and for me, it has to do with one of the most commonly used 2 words in the universe. I think they're universal, but I also think they're ineffective. And those 2 words are I'm sorry. I think we're all human. I get it. People mess up. You're not going to be perfect, but there's a difference between inadvertently hurting somebody and doing something to really piss them off than deliberately just stabbing them in the heart with a knife. So the people that have done that and do that to me, and I'm not going to name names, but you take that sorry and you shove it up your ass. I mean, what a sorry do? At least buy me freaking Dairy Queen or a Popeye's chicken sandwich or something
or
like.
A beef stick.
What the hell? Or a beef stick. Yeah, that's my beef, man. I never got I'm sorry. Oh, you're sorry. Now everything's fixed. No, you're still a jerk off. Goodbye. I don't want to see you.
All right, Mac, follow that one up.
Look, Billy.
I think mine is just pretty obvious. It's full A. It's the last 5-6 days that the Youngstown team's down in Texas and coming back world champs, and such a great time, man, with the boys, and they played like grown men out there at times and overcome a lot of different things down there, and full A for the Youngstown Class B team.
Champions, EB.
I got 2 fillets. Number 1 is Sespe Burger tonight. Yep. That is always a fillet. And then second one is after, the whole month of July and June and all the stuff that a couple of my players have been doing, they're starting to see success in setting up college visits and getting to go on these college visits and hopefully if it's in the cards, further their basketball career. It's something that they work for and they put the time in for. So I always feel like this is as slow of a month that it is for basketball, and the only one that's in a gym is probably actually Quinn right now. It's always fun to see them kind of go through this process, take these college visits, get these offers, and I know it's kind of stressful for them, but it's fun to see what their work has brought them.
Matthew.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up EB's double filet with a double beef, and my first one's gonna be whoever pissed at Scotty's Cheerios this morning. I'm coming for you. Don't mess with Scotty. My second one is administrators who decide to schedule things like, I don't know, picture day in the middle of my practice. Quit doing that.
All right, Jeff, bring us home, cowboy.
Mine is a filet, and it's with my golf game. I've been working on it for the whole entire summertime, and I just found it the other day. I went out and played Kensington and shot 40-41, and that's the best 2 rounds I played the whole entire year. You can shake your head all you want, Puerto Rico supporter, so no one cares about you, dude. But no, I just found my golf game's coming in form, so cheers to that.
Can't wait to watch you miss 20 putts on Saturday.
That was the thing I did well on yesterday. Is I just putted the ball very well, and it was the first time that I made putts all year.
You better be on point. That's all I'm saying. You better
I'll
be
probably go out and play tomorrow after the show at Kensington.
Okay. Have fun, buddy.
Oh, I will.
That's going to do it for today's show. I will not be here tomorrow. A little interesting tidbit. YSN will be making their first debut. I guess that's double whatever. We'll be making our debut at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And somebody got in and is going to get some interviews with some Hall of Famers like Peyton Manning, Bill Cowher, Troy Polamalu.
No big deal.
NBD, right? NBD. So you guys are going to have to hold down the fort while I go out and get some interviews and maybe get somebody to hold up the YSN flag and say, I'm Peyton Manning, and this is YSN. Boom! That would be dream come
legendary.
True. Dream come true. So you guys hold it down for it for everybody tomorrow, and I will hold it down for us the rest of the night, tomorrow night and into Friday. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors for always supporting us. Thanks to you guys for being part of it. Always good seeing you. That's going to do it. We'll see you. Wave the damn banner.